Hi, it's Adrian Close, and after that video I made about finally being on tea, I want to talk about the things that I look forward to when going on tea and the things that I don't look forward to. Mainly I want to say I am really excited to go on tea. I know that there are some aspects of it that I am not gonna like as much, but it's just going through puberty for me, so all the side effects of going on tea that I do not like are not enough for me to doubt if I want to go on tea or not. I do want to go on tea. And yeah, as I said in the video before, if all goes to plan, I will be on tea at the end of February. If everything goes well, I have to get a blood test done, and if all is good in that blood test, then I can start tea, but if something's wrong, then I will have to wait for longer. First thing is voice. I've never been super dysphoric about my voice because I feel like it's not extremely feminine and high. Like, it's not masculine either, but I have tried to make my voice more strong and stable because nobody used to hear me because of how high I was talking. So I'm like, now I'm talking with my normal voice. It's low, but I'm not forcing it to be low. It's just like, this is how I talk normally. Maybe, and this is just maybe, in Spanish I talk a little bit higher, but I'm not sure about that. En español yo creo que hablo un poco más alto. I think it's the intonation, just I changed my voice. But yeah, I am really excited for my voice to drop and sound like a cis man's voice. Another thing is I am very dysphoric about looking feminine in general, and there is not a definitory aspect of it. I just like my face look like I was a girl, and I am not a girl, so the facial changes that go on when you're on tea, I'm looking forward to that because I don't pass ever. I don't pass, so I feel like if I go on tea I will start to pass more, and I'm looking forward to that. Also, facial hair, I'm really excited for that. It's scary because once my voice changes and I start to get facial hair and all of that things, I will have to be out to everyone. That includes neighbors and relatives that I don't see very often. And yeah, I'm a bit scared of that, like having to explain to everyone what's going on. It's just a bit scary, but worth it. Another thing that I'm really excited about is to not have my period ever again. I don't like it. And also, the last couple of months I was having really bad PMS. It was giving me migraines, and of course I'm glad that I don't have to have my period anymore because of dysphoria and all of that, but also because my period sucks, and it's always been really hard, like emotionally and physically for me, like cramps and emotion, all of that. It's just terrible, and I'm just really glad that I won't have it anymore. I am looking forward for the fat redistribution thing. The thing is, I am pretty skinny. Like, I'm generally skinny, but I have a big chest, and if I gain any weight it goes to my chest and maybe my butt and stuff. So I hope that with the fat redistribution my boobs maybe don't get smaller, but I heard that when you get on tea it's easier to bind. Also, I am so weak. Look at these noodled arms. I am so weak. I don't have any strength. So I am looking forward to gaining some muscle. I know that if you don't do anything, it's not gonna magically appear, but I do some exercise, even if it's just like walking to class. So I am hoping that testosterone helps me not be as absolutely weak. A couple of people talk about growing a couple of inches when they are on testosterone, even when they are like 20 or 22 or something. So that will be great. If I grew like, I think it's 4 centimeters, I will be as high as my dad, and that would be great for my dysphoria. I'm not super dysphoric about my height, but cis men in my family are short generally, like 170. I am 166. It's like I am a bit shorter than them, but not too short. I'm excited if it happens, but if it doesn't happen, then I'm not too bothered. That's most of the things that I am looking forward to, that I'm excited about going on T4. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that, if they happen, and they will probably happen, it's not the end of the world. I'm just like, I'm not going to stop taking hormones because of these things, but I am not super excited about them happening. I talked before about the fat redistribution thing, and how my fat usually goes through my chest and my butt and feminine places, I guess. So when I get on tea and I get that fat redistribution, my fat will go to my stomach, and I'm worried that because I am so lazy and I eat a lot and don't exercise, I will get like a belly. And it's not like that would be the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't like that. Another thing that I'm pretty sure is gonna happen, and I really don't look forward to, is chest hair and maybe back hair. I am Spanish, so most of my relatives have chest hair and back hair. Very hairy in general, because like, you know, Spaniard and Mediterranean and all of that is normal. I don't like chest hair aesthetically in myself or in anyone. I don't like it. So when I have it, I will probably just shave it or wax it or whatever. I am not really worried about hair loss as some other trans people are. I don't think anyone in my family has lost their hair before they were like 40 or 50. So, you know, I'm not worried about losing my hair. I don't think it's a problem in my genetics. Another thing is I have a super soft skin. It's really nice. I am afraid that when I start testosterone, I'm gonna get acne and it's gonna be ruined. I did not have like bad acne when I had my first female puberty. I had like 1 or 2 pimples in my face at that time. It was amazing. Like, acne is not a thing in my family that is like super bad and like leaving scars. I don't think anyone in my family has had to take antibiotics, so I don't want to have acne, but I'm not worried that it's gonna be super bad. One thing that I'm actually worried about is I have heard that when you get on testosterone, your migraines can get worse, or they may happen more often, and I don't want that to happen because migraines suck and I just can't leave my bed for a whole day if I have migraine. It's not a life. One thing that actually my doctor at the gender identity unit warned me about is I am a vegetarian, and so far I have had some blood tests done and I've never had any deficiency of protein or vitamins or anything, but this doctor told me your body absorbs plant-based proteins worse when you're on testosterone. I'm not sure how that would affect me and my diet and all that, but if I had to actually go to a nutritionist and get special supplements or something like that, I wouldn't want to do that. It's just too much work. I was so blown away when I got the announcement, I guess, that I was gonna start testosterone, because even though my dysphoria has been really bad, I never thought I could start testosterone before June because of how the system used to work and all of that. I thought that I would have to go private and that would mean money, and I don't have money, so I will have to work over the summer. So I thought before the summer I cannot do this, and I was trying to get used to that idea. So now they tell me I can get it faster, and it was just like, it was such a shock in a good way. It did scare me because I didn't plan on coming out to my family this soon. I have to come out to my grandparents, and that's not gonna be fun, but obviously when I start testosterone I can't just show up at their house with a beard and be like, yeah, I'm your granddaughter. that it doesn't work. So having to rush all of this is scary, but it's worth it. Like, I wouldn't delay starting testosterone just for other people. Now I'm out to my parents, my sister, my aunt, the most lovely human, and also my cousin, and most, if not all, of my friends. So things are going well. I remember writing down the idea for this video, thinking it was gonna be at least a year until I will be able to film it, because I wanted to film it like close to when I was gonna get onto it. And now I am doing it, and it just feels so surreal. Every time I get dysphoric now, I don't feel like, I am dysphoric, I hate my body, blah, blah, blah. I just think instead, it's just gonna be 2 months. In 2 months, I'm gonna start it. Because, like, for example, when I got my period last month, or like last week, instead of thinking I hate this makes me so dysphoric and all that, I just thought this is one of my last periods in my life. I am not gonna have to go through this anymore in a couple of months. And if I do go through it, then I will be able to find solutions. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, and a lot more that I didn't want to talk about, but I did. Have a good day. Have fun. Plant a tree. Drink water. Take care of yourself, and think that even if things don't happen right away, they will happen eventually. I don't know if... I have a tattoo there that says eventually, and I got it because I am so impatient. So I know that things happen at their own time, and that there are some things that you can't rush. And I got this reminder that eventually I will transition. Eventually people will support me. Eventually people will use my name. And seeing an actual change makes me feel so good. I like eventually it's getting closer, So yeah, bye.